I watch 2 IRL streamers with abusive family, and they both stopped streaming at the beginning of June. I'm not sure why they stopped at the same time, but now I feel like I'm on my own. It's hard to relate to people who have any kind of a decent family and who aren't very fucked up, because obviously having an abusive family makes you very fucked up. That's completely unavoidable. And I don't know how many IRL streamers are out there talking about their abusive family, but those are the 2 main ones I can think of that I would watch. And it's just nice knowing, yeah, those people are fucked up like me, They have similar problems with their families, basically. Like, at a baseline, it's just a very fucked up situation. And we have that in common. Because if you don't, you'll never understand what it's like. And now they're gone. We both disappeared off Twitch at the beginning of June. I keep checking and no, they're still both gone. And I'm surprised because I'm like, okay, so one of them was definitely losing their mind. Definitely not surprising. They would have stopped streaming because they were all stressed out and shit all the time and completely overwhelmed and miserable. So of course they weren't really enjoying the streaming experience. And it makes sense they would give up. It is so dark here, I can't even I think because there's more trees in the way of the light, what little light there is. Even though there's lights over there, but it's very far away, so it's understandable they're not really reaching here. I'm in the field, of course. It's completely pitch black. On screen, that is. But it is completely pitch black in the forest. If I look in that forest, there's nothing in there. It's just darkness, pure darkness in the forest, because there's so many trees. I can see a light in the distance from the house over there. There's a house in the field. Well, I know there are 2 houses. I've been here so many times. Of course I know there are 2 houses over there. And the pathway ends. Well, I guess it's not a pathway, it's a road. I'm just walking on the road. This is my pathway. I'm just walking in the middle of the dirt road here. Well, it's a gravel/dirt road. But anyway, it's fucking dark as hell again. I don't know, I picked the worst times to stream and go outside, etc. Just never is the best time for some reason. And probably, I don't know, was it dark yesterday? I don't know, it's completely dark today. I can barely see anything. It's, there's light in the distance, from the other side of the field. There are more houses and farms, because there's 2 large fields and they're divided, I guess. And over there is another road, but that's the long countryside road. That's actually paved. I think. Well, there's some paved areas anyway. I don't know. Are they all paved? Most of them over there are paved. This one is not, but it's a small road. So there are 3? I think there are only 3 houses here. And there's a barn. Maybe multiple barns. There's a big barn that looks like it could be a house, but it looks like a barn, but it's house-sized. And there are 3 houses. So mostly it's just dark. I don't know where the moon is. It's completely gone. I chose like a time where there's literally no moon. I swear the last time I streamed here so long ago, in the dark anyway, the last time I streamed in the dark, there's probably also no moon at that time. I don't remember the last time I was here in the dark though, so I have no idea. Even if it were recently, I probably still wouldn't remember anyway. Actually, if it were recently, there would be a moon because there's usually a moon. I just happened to choose a time of pure fucking darkness, of course. Also now, Prism Live is updated. Wonderful. After all these years, they gave the wonderful decision to create Prism Live Plus. And just what I thought would happen happened. And shittification. So now the free version is heavily restricted. More than it ever was before. Because they want you to pay them. Awesome. Cool. That's what I fucking expected. I knew when they started rambling on about Prism Plus that this bullshit was gonna happen. I'm only allowed 2 media items, quote unquote. I'm not even allowed to put my fucking... If I put my fucking Twitch URL on the screen, that counts as one of the 2 items. I used to be able to have 4 GIFs and my fucking Twitch URL. Now I can only have 2 GIFs and that's it. It's so fucking ridiculous. I have to figure out a workaround because I know I'm going to be so angry every time I stream because of this stupid ass bullshit otherwise. I need to find a workaround. Maybe a different fucking app after all this time. I don't know. Because I need the filters. And I need to be able to have GIFs on the screen and no watermark. I don't know if it's possible to find a free app with all those features because I haven't used the Stream Elements app in years and I definitely remember it being shit last time I used it, and all the other times before then it was also shit. But anyway. And there's lights over there in the window of that house. But that's suburbia. I'm pointing. Why am I pointing? I literally pointed when I said over there. I'm just gesturing. I don't literally believe people can actually see me right now. Because obviously they can't. No one can see me. I can't even see myself. It's too dark. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. But it's nice. I like the coziness of lights on in house windows in the distance. Makes me feel like I'm not completely alone in the darkness, which is rather creepy because usually when I say that I'm wandering alone in the darkness, there are lights. It's visible around me. It's not so dark that I can barely see anything. This is just a random ass road with some big fields and farms, so it's different. Are there multiple farms? I guess. I mean, the fields, they grow stuff. There's stuff on the fields. That's a farm, I guess. There's only 3 houses and a big barn. That's all there is. And then I can see the suburbia houses because they're very close here. If you keep walking, very soon you will enter suburbia again. I mean, I can see the stars. Can always see the stars if it's not cloudy, but there is no moon. Once again, I remember this happening. I was out here and it was so dark I could barely see it. I was looking for the moon and it was nowhere in sight. There's zero moon. Okay, so back to what I was talking about before, which is wildly different. But of course I had to interrupt myself as usual. I mean, I have to comment on the fact that it's so dark that I have to stop walking and turn back around. And I just don't want to even walk into there because it's so dark. I mean, I can't even see where I'm going. I can't see if there's something that I shouldn't step on in the road. So I should try to limit my exposure to random shit. Because it's so dark I can't see it. Like, I know that animals of all kinds love shitting where I walk. I've seen it many times. I need to be able to at least have like a slight amount of light where I'm walking. Yeah, because over there's the forest on one side, and I guess there's some kind of light because it's blocking out. Or maybe it's just so dark from the forest, I don't know. But I guess also the sky is a lot less visible because of the forest, because the trees are very tall, and there's many tall trees blocking out the sky. And when it's just open fields, there's a lot of sky visible. And there is like a tiny amount of light in the sky. That makes sense. So I can't even walk all the way, even though it's already a short road. But it doesn't matter because I can barely see anything. So it's kind of a moot point. I don't really need to be able to walk all the way down there because there's nothing to see. It's just darkness either way. I can kind of see the fields, but it's not like I can make out any kind of detail. Really, I should be looking at the sky because I can see the stars, but it's actually pretty gray. Like, it's not cloudy, but it's like very dark grayish. It's not bright at all. The stars aren't very bright. That's what I mean, I guess. The stars are very dark too. I don't know what's going on in the sky, but it's not like a super dark. It's like a grayish tint. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know how skies work, I have to be honest. I'm not a sky expert. I don't understand why the stars aren't very bright or the sky isn't very dark right now. Even though it is very dark, it's darker than usual. But like the color is not like a dark blue or black. It's like a grayish color. Even though I can see the stars, there are no clouds blocking the stars. So I don't really know how that works. Maybe it's just slightly overcast, but it doesn't look like clouds. So everything is just a grayish tinge because of its overcast nature. Because there is going to be rain later. So maybe it's more of an overcast tint because of the incoming rain. Or predicted. You never know. Like, it could literally be raining outside and you'll look on the weather app and it's not showing the rain that's clearly falling. Or it's showing that it's raining and I go outside and it's literally not raining and the pavement is dry. Like, everything is dry. There's zero rain. And it's telling me that it's raining. Or it's raining and it's telling me that it's not raining. So I can pretty much get very little use out of weather predictions in terms of rain or snow. It's more useful for temperature. But if you want to know if it's gonna rain or not, you have to basically just guess based on the sky. that's pretty much all you can do, is just, and I don't know, the percentages could be semi-accurate, so like how likely it is. So if it's like very high percent, then you know it's probably going to rain. But if it's a lower percent, then it still very well could be raining. And like the amount of time you have until it starts raining, the weather apps are just terrible at giving you that estimate. So basically you could only predict like if it might rain that day or not. And that's about it, really. Like, you don't really know when it will, or how long it's gonna go on for, how much rain there's going to be. I have found that all of that is just not accurate. Like, you have to just figure it out. Basically, go outside. That'll be the most accurate way to tell the weather, is just go outside and see what it is. Anyway, yeah, back to familial abuse. So, the IRL streamers are only 2 that have discussed this within their own families. I don't know if it's a coincidence or they just influenced each other into quitting streaming at the beginning of June, but it's over. And now I am alone. And I was just thinking, it feels really strange and uncomfortable to be like, where are the abusive family IRL streamers? It's like the absence of them makes me realize it comforted me to have that presence in my life and to just know what's going on with them, I suppose, and have people to relate to in the IRL community in that way, to be able to watch them. And they're like openly miserable, and probably that's part of the reason they don't even want to fucking stream, is because they're just fucking miserable and stressed out. And streaming is not something people who are severely depressed generally feel excited about doing, especially if you're an IRL streamer and you have to be outside interacting with the world while streaming. That's why I take all these long breaks from it myself. I just don't feel like doing it. When you're severely depressed, you don't have the will and motivation and desire to do almost anything, including IRL streaming. Even though I like to complain on here and get all my thoughts out, and I keep saying you need to talk out loud. It's very important for your sanity to speak aloud, even if you're not talking to a single actual person, even if there's no chance anyone can actually hear you, even if no one will ever hear what you said. Like me, when I do it, it's still better than not doing it. And sometimes it's better to literally just talk to yourself. Because, of course, there are many, perhaps, or some, at least, thoughts that are better kept to yourself. So it's better to just talk to yourself. But you should do it out loud. And I think that many people probably don't realize that it's a good idea to not just keep those thoughts trapped in your mind. And you don't need a fucking therapist or some bullshit to seriously sit down and listen to you say all the crazy shit in your mind. You can just talk to yourself sometimes. It's fine. But don't keep it in your head. That's what I'm saying. Even writing it down while helpful, I don't believe has the same impact as saying it out loud. So don't skip the talking out loud to yourself part. I think that's wrongfully stigmatized. I wish we could all just do it whenever. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't be able to. We're literally thinking these same thoughts in our minds. The only difference is we're speaking it aloud. It's one of those bullshit society things that make no actual sense whatsoever, and it's bad for all of us, really. There's that light in the window again. Love it. Anyway, it's very cozy. I like it. It's like there's a bunch of trees and there's a field, and I know there's a house over there because of the light in the window, and I'm just thinking of the suburbia over there past the field and the dark trees. It's kind of cool. It's certainly some kind of vibe. But anyway, yeah, I was gesturing to it, pointing at it, saying over there. But then I realized it's not really that stupid to be doing that, because I just, in general, talk with my hands, and I always do when I'm speaking out loud. And I'm doing it right now, and it makes sense that I would point at the house because I'm gesturing regardless of whether I'm pointing at something or not. So it's not like I'm actually believing people can see where I'm pointing. Anyway, so I think I already said all of that, but whatever. Anyway, okay. So the beginning of June, they both disappeared off Twitch. And I'm like, no, but it's like, I don't know, we were sort of all like living our fucked up lives. And I could kind of keep up somewhat with what was going on with them through watching their streams. And I could have those moments of relatability of like how miserable and fucked up they are, and like it's good to have. For me personally, I do enjoy other people's misery. Like, I am the kind of person who will always be interested in listening to complaining. I do like to hear people complaining, and I do like to hear people whining and just anything negative. It's completely fine to me. I kind of enjoy that. It's nice to have a sense of companionship and community. And I just feel, you know, most streamers I watch are in better situations. They're not that fucking miserable all the time, and it's like, it kind of sucks because I'm so miserable all the time, and I'm just so fucked up, and I have such a fucked up life. I can't relate to most people, and those fucked up miserable people are people I can fucking relate to. And we're all IRL streamers, and we all like watching IRL streams. It all makes sense. It all connects. And I feel like I'm the only one left now. And it's like, are there other IRL streamers with these situations? I don't know. Of course, I'm really bad at finding new streams to watch because I don't look for them. Sometimes something gets recommended to me, and that's the only time I'll find a new stream, which is ridiculous. Don't wait for Twitch to tell you what to watch. You should find it yourself. There could be great streams you don't know about that could become your favorite stream, and you're not even looking. But that's kind of how I am. It's just annoying trying to find new shit to watch. Plus, I have so many streams I'm following already that it doesn't really make that much sense to me to be looking for even more shit when there's so much shit that there's like so many streams I'm interested in, but it's like way too much for me to keep track of. So why am I looking for new streams? So I really keep it to the recommended. I'll only randomly sometimes choose to watch a recommended stream because I'm overwhelmed with streams already. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there are other streamers like that in the IRL. category specifically, because I'm only interested in IRL and just chatting. Just chatting, not as much. I want people to be moving around. I like the moving around part of it. But goddamn, I mean, it's a very limited community, of course, because IRL streaming isn't that popular to be doing. It is a fucking pain in the ass, and it can get expensive, and most people understandably don't want to bother. And my internet, the way it works is so annoying. It just constantly fucks up. It's constantly dying. You know, the bitrate just tanks. Like, there's so few areas I can safely stream outside around anywhere in this general area of the city. And it is a huge, massive pain in my fucking ass. So I can understand why people just wouldn't even bother with it. Like, if you don't have some kind of special equipment, or like multiple SIM cards or some shit. I don't have any of that shit. I have one eSIM, and that's it. And I refuse to spend any more fucking money on streaming. That's ridiculous. I'll take this shit, and that's all that I really need. But it does make it very annoying because I can't freely move around because the internet's constantly disconnecting. But the problem is with IRL streaming is, even if you have all the expensive equipment like Hitch, he has all this expensive equipment and he's still disconnecting regardless. And it's dropping the bitrate and shit. So even if you have everything, you could still have problems with the internet very easily. Because there's just so much area you could go into, so many different points where the signal just can't be very good. And it's really fucking annoying. And I am one of those people who just likes to give up when they get stressed out. I give up very easily. So, internet problems, technology problems, I can understand why IRL streaming is not for most people. And even for me, I just don't even do it that much. I have to admit that my streaming schedule is pathetic. Incredibly pathetic, especially considering I'm paying for a fucking data plan I'm not even using because I'm not even streaming. I can't even be bothered to go outside. So that's my bad. But the point is, not that many IRL streamers and not that many people I can relate to if I'm looking specifically for IRL streams. I don't know, something about, I don't know why, it's just like, I guess they're just kind of living their life when they're walking around. So the combination of being miserable and complaining and talking about their shitty, fucked up lives and their god-awful families and shit, and all that being very relatable to me, and the fact they're walking around outside, kind of living life, makes me feel like it's more of a connection than a streamer who's just sitting still talking to a computer. And now that's gone, I definitely feel the void. It's very unfortunate. But I can't think of any other IRL streamers with that situation. But my memory sucks. If I try to think of something, I feel like it only makes it worse the harder I try to think of something most of the time. It just disappears more and more from my brain. What the fuck kind of app am I supposed to use to stream except for Prism Live? I don't even fucking know, dude. Why are there old versions of apps if you're not supposed to use them for various reasons? It's a bad idea. Apparently it's a bad idea to use an old version of Prism Live to try to get around the fucking bullshit new restrictions they put in place, but god fucking damn it. I swear I used an old version of Streamlabs. Did that work? I don't even know if it worked. Clearance water? What the actual fuck? What the fuck are you doing here? It's been like 3 years or some shit. What the hell? How the fuck did you come back? What the fuck? I didn't even think about the fact that you exist for years now. I don't remember the last time I registered your existence in this world. That's so random. That's wild. I can't possibly tell you even remotely the last time that you were in my chat, but it must have been like around the time I started streaming. It wasn't that long after I started streaming that you disappeared. I'm pretty sure. That's so fucking random. While I'm complaining about the fucking Prism Live app, you never saw me using the Prism Live app. And now I have to fucking, I don't know, go back to Streamlabs. Oh my god. Because I don't want to, apparently I can get banned from using Prism Live if I try to use an old version. Like, what the fuck? I have to look into it more. I need GIFs. What do you mean I can only have 2 pieces of media now with the free version? That was never a rule before. I knew this shit would happen. I'm so fucking mad, dude. For years I've been enjoying the GIFs. For years I've been having fun with the filters, and now this bullshit. I do not support enshittification. They should be punished for this. I should punish them by not using their app. Oh, Christ. Like, there are better ones. Very unlikely. I mean, I already pay for this data plan now, so I can keep streaming without literally just wiping out all my high-speed data on my other plan, because the throttle is so ridiculously slow and shitty because they have problems with upload speed. I don't know why it's so bad, but the upload speed is ridiculously slow, even with the fast internet connection. So-called fast, but the upload is almost zero, literally almost zero, no matter how fast the download speed is. So with the throttle, it just makes it almost entirely unusable. I can't even reliably stream my fucking Spotify music because of how slow it is. Like, I just can't stand using that slow of an internet connection. It drives me crazy. So until there's a better option, I have to have 2 different fucking plans and use an eSIM on my other phone just for streaming. And I've been paying for this plan for 3 months now, and I have almost all the data that I've paid for, and I haven't used it because I only use this phone to stream and I don't use the internet otherwise on this phone. So I literally have almost 300 gigabytes of data, and it does obviously run out if I don't use it. And it has rollover data that is running out. And when I looked, there was 24 days left on it. So now there's 23 days left to use over 50 gigabytes of data. And since I only use it to stream, that means I have to stream for many hours, I suppose, if I want to use up all my data before it expires, that I literally paid for. So Jesus Christ, that's why I'm fucking annoyed as fuck, because now I have to fucking pay for 2 different data plans. And now Prism Live is telling me suddenly, after all of these years I've been using them, they decided to take away features and make me pay for them. Go fuck your absolute piece of shit self to death, quite frankly. What? So that's not good or cool at all. It's interesting though, I was always an IRL streamer even when I literally had no data and I was just using free public Wi-Fi somehow. Incredible, the tenacity that I've always had. The tenacity to do what I want regardless of how crazy it is, what I want and how I'm doing it. That is impressive and remarkable of me, for sure. I would go outside of places with free Wi-Fi and stream. In particular, it was Lowe's? Was it called Lowe's? It might have been called Lowe's, I think. Where for some reason they had the most powerful free Wi-Fi I've ever encountered. Somehow it was unrestricted, I guess, really good unrestricted. The signal was so good that I could sit on the edge of the parking lot far away from the building and stream there, sitting on the rock at the edge of the parking lot where there was the forest. And I could use the internet and I could stream. And I remember also using the Wi-Fi to download shows and movies. And it was very fast. So that was an interesting time. And I would just stand around or sit around and stream in this parking lot, basically, or at the front of places. Yeah, just standing at the front of the building, streaming in the dark while it was closed, talking to myself. Actually, there were people sometimes. That was a long time ago. Everyone is gone. It's just me talking to myself still. Usually. Historically, that's been the vast majority of times. Just me talking to myself. Which is probably for the best because I'm very crazy. I don't know how well I would handle an active chat with many people. I don't know if that would really improve the situation for me. I'd probably get overwhelmed very easily, because even now I get overwhelmed with technology problems. Clearly, because now there's this Prism Live bullshit to worry about. Fucking Christ. It's true I don't stream much, but I have clumps where I stream every day, or almost every day. How I am, I've been saying, fucked up as always. Now the 2 abusive family IRL streamers have both stopped streaming at the beginning of June. I feel alone with my own situation. Very strangely. But even the just chatting streamers, who's all that fucked up? Because I need people who are very fucked up. I need to see other fucked up people in my life. It's necessary. It helps me feel more sane, which you would think makes no sense, but somehow it gives me more of a sense of sanity and stability to see other very fucked up people with fucked up lives and just know we're existing in the world together despite it all. And I just feel so fucked. My brain is so fucked. I can't stand listening to like happy people or content people with not much going wrong, people who have not just like an overwhelming misery to them. I need people with overwhelming misery to them. That's the thing. And I need people who understand what it's like to have, like, from birth, such a fucked up existence. You know, people who have the comfort and stability of, like, a healthy family, it just makes them completely unrelatable to me. It's a completely life-changing thing to not have that. And people who don't have that can never really relate to people who do. I don't know what it's like to have that, and they don't know what it's like to not have that. And it changes you and your life in immense ways. And it completely shapes who you are as a person from birth. And like no amount of future experiences or therapy or medication or lack thereof, or who you choose to surround yourself with later on, how much you personally change as a person will ever change your upbringing, like the impact your upbringing has on your development, especially if you have a lot of trauma, the impact of trauma on your personality and just like the imprint it leaves on your brain. It's like literal brain damage. I've always said, I think trauma is literal brain damage. It actually does a lot of damage to your brain. And I think phrasing it that way can be very helpful because it makes sense to me. And it's like a good representation of how like it physically fucks with your brain. Like you can't therapize and medicate your way out of brain damage, right? Like brain damage is permanent. You can't unbrain damage yourself. And I do believe that trauma is brain damage and it is permanent. And so when people say get therapy, maybe get medication, they're not giving you a fucking cure for trauma. There is no cure for trauma. Trauma is a lifelong damage that never leaves you. It's impossible. So I have noticed it, like just like the way people are shaped by it, it's very noticeable to me. And like that lack of stability, that lack of like safety and comfort and security, it's so impactful. And how much it fucks you up, it's very noticeable to me. I recognize that. How fucked up people are who don't have that, like the healthy family. And, you know, like the misery and the stress and the chaos and the anxiety and the fear. It's kind of comforting to see that in other people. I guess also because I don't want to be the lone freak in the world. who's like way more fucked up than everyone around me. And in general, I just definitely feel like I am way more fucked up than most people around me. Primarily because I live, first of all, in suburbia, which is a terrible place for a fucked up person to live. Like, really, like, it's better to live around other fucked up people than these absolute droids who have, like, no comprehension of the reality of the world around them. They choose to live in a bubble of ignorance and blissful, delusional, blind ignorance to reality. That's why they live in suburbia to begin with. You know, this is where the NIMBYs go. So, and even if you don't, like, want that necessarily and you don't choose that, that is what happens, like, in suburbia. Reality is very different from living downtown. And you can very easily insulate yourself against the suffering of others. And just pretend it's not happening, or forget that it's happening, or just not encounter it, not think about it. And it's very jarring to see like a fucked up, miserable person in suburbia, I feel. Much more jarring than it normally would be. I'm so incredibly out of place here. So obviously I go online to find the fucked up individuals I can actually relate to in some way. And now they're both gone. Like, goddamn. Of course, many people with abusive family don't always talk about it. And I'm sure there's plenty of streamers who fit that situation. I may not even know. But, like, the really just, like, completely done with life in general, just, like, fuck everything, fuck this world kind of people, they're both like that. And I enjoy seeing that. Like, I relate to it so much, and I need that in my life. I need to see other people who are like, fuck everything. Literally fuck all people in the world. Fuck the entire existence of everything. It's all completely fucked, and I'm completely fucking over it. And I'm going to be openly miserable, and I'm going to complain constantly and be very negative. And I'm going to talk about my trauma while I'm wandering around outside like an absolute raving lunatic. That's what I need in my life, and it's gone. And I'm realizing, yeah, I actually did get a lot out of it. Like, it actually filled a need for me in my life, and I feel the void now that it's gone. I'm like, wait, I actually really needed that. That was important in my life. What the fuck do I do now? It's so weird. It's made me realize how uncommon that personality is in that situation, I suppose. Like, all the circumstances that lead you to having that personality and being that kind of person, it's not that common. Most streamers are just not like that at all. I mean, they might have like similar qualities, but oh god, oh, there's coyotes, oh, there's a lot of, they're screaming coming from the forest to my right. Like really loud barking, screaming. Oh my god. So the time that I heard like barking or whatever before oh my god, it's so loud, it's so loud. It's like a horror movie, dude. Oh, they're screaming and it's echoing because it's just like a forest over there. It's just echoing so loudly, dude. Oh my God. God in heaven. Well, I'm talking about like abusive family and being done with life and shit. What a time to be alive. What is happening right now? All around me, it's just pure darkness. I just see the dark outlines of all the trees. It's windy, kind of cold. Spooky as fuck. Actually, completely terrifying. I'm very dead inside. I should be very afraid right now. But I know that I'm so dead inside because I'm not even that scared from all the screaming, howling coming from the forest. I'm just like, there's a long field before the forest starts over there. But, you know, even so, it's probably not normal to not be frightened of that. I think I'm a little scared, but like mostly I'm just so dead inside. I feel like this incredible ball of dark shit within me. It's like this black sludge, this clump that's usually present. That's the severe depression clump, I think. I could call it that. The severe depression and trauma clump that's constantly just like seething and writhing around in my body, and it's kind of very heavy and it clogs up my feelings so that I am so far from like what a normal person's feelings would be, because it's just like it's mostly just the black clump, and it's hard to have feelings around the black clump because the black clump just like sucks up most of the feelings before I could even experience them. So the feeling of fear that I should be feeling, like I should be feeling intense fear right now because I'm alone in the darkness and there's like screaming so loud, just like loud as fuck, echoing, screaming, like barking coyote noises coming from a dark forest. And there's just like fields with like darkness and the wind blowing. It's kind of cold. There's dark silhouettes of trees everywhere. I can barely see anything because I can't even see the moon. There's no moon. Like I should be so afraid right now, and I just don't feel that. I don't feel it at all. I feel like slightly scared. I can feel slight fear, but that's all I feel. It should be much more than that. But yeah, I feel the black clump most of all. So I do think it's like a suck, and a feelings and emotions suck. It is a bit of a black void because it just like sucks up all those feelings so that I don't actually experience them. And that's what I mean when I say I'm dead inside. It's like those feelings just get sucked into the black clump and I don't experience them. So I don't feel the fear of the darkness currently because I'm so depressed. I don't feel the darkness fear. It's much lighter now. That's weird. The coyotes were screaming and howling, and now it's much lighter. Not that much lighter. I'm exaggerating. But it's noticeably lighter. Maybe because the rain is coming. So the sky is getting more overcast, brighter. It's definitely brighter. But it's very dark still. It's not like super bright outside. That's incredible. It's so loud. But people go camping in these situations, don't they? They go camping in these type of forests where there are coyotes howling and shit. Do they not? Like, I swear I've seen Steve Wallace, for instance, on YouTube. I've watched him for so many years. And he's definitely gone camping in places that have very scary howling like this. same reason I can't help but root for the underdog in sports. I don't even know what that comment is referring to be honest, because I just read that after so long. I don't know when that comment was even made. You'll have to explain, if you're still here, what you mean by that. What you were referring to. Dude, it's so fucking loud. Holy shit, they're screaming. Like, it doesn't sound like normal barking at all. It sounds like legit screaming. It's so loud, it sounds like screaming. But yeah, I guess maybe part of the reason I'm not terrified is because I've watched camping videos on YouTube. Not just Steve Wallace. I used to watch so many different nature camping type videos on YouTube all the time because I just wanted to escape my reality. And nature is comforting to me. So I would watch people just like relax in nature and enjoy nature because it's hard for me to ever find any kind of peace or relaxation in my own life. So the experience of me camping would be very different from most people because I'm just incapable of really enjoying my life. So I watch other people enjoy their life and relax because I can't really ever relax. I don't know, maybe if I'm lying down in bed or something, it could feasibly be relaxing to me, but almost never do I feel anything that could be described as relaxed. Because the best I feel is usually when I'm active outside, biking or running. And you can't really say that I'm like relaxing while I'm running around or biking around because I'm very physically active. So how is that like relaxing? I'm not really relaxing. I'm exercising basically. Like if I were to just sit down, I would feel so much anxiety and just sickening dread. The sickening dread of my existence would come out immediately. Like sitting down is awful for me. It's an awful experience. I have to constantly distract myself to avoid the reality of my own existence and the world around me. It's very taxing. That's why I probably constantly feel drained and unmotivated, completely lacking in energy. I'm just exhausted with like all the shit happening in my own mind all the time. And that's what's keeping me so low energy. Although for some reason I can be very physically active and I have a lot of energy for physical activity, but that's like physical. Mentally, I'm completely fucked. Like, that's why I can barely function. But I can go running for hours. You would think it would make sense, but like physical energy and mental energy are obviously very different. I have very little mental energy and tremendous amounts of physical energy at all times. My body actually can't keep up with how much like will I have to be physically active. Like if I could walk for 8 hours without exhausting myself, I would just keep walking for 8 hours. I just walk around and really enjoy myself, you know. I really enjoy physical activity. Well, the screaming is over. Anyway, he would sit, like Steve Wallace just sits in the forest. He's kind of just chilling. He's just waiting for the screaming to stop. He would just go camping. He would have a fire going. He'd be sitting outside and he would be recording these screaming howls. Like this barking, howling, screaming, echoing, just like it did for me right now. And he seemed pretty chill with it. So I'm like, I guess I should just be kind of chill with it. I'm not even in the forest, first of all. I'm just on this road. So to me, I think the risk is low for me. Plus, I saw an actual coyote multiple times, I'm pretty sure. It was like just on the pathway in the suburbia forest. I think I saw the coyote multiple times. I'm calling it a coyote. I'm not sure it was a coyote, but it looks like a coyote to me. But I can't tell the difference because they all look the same, okay? The foxes, the coyotes, the wolves, like, bitch, I don't know. I think it was a coyote. And one time, it did literally run after me. And I'm not sure why, because I saw it on the pathway. I stopped. Like, literally, there's houses all along that forest. Like, it's barely a forest. It's just, like, there's, like, trees on a hillside-ish area. You go down the hill, there's, like, a long-ass road. Very busy road. It's hardly a forest at all. And then there's all the houses at the top of the hill. And you can see people's backyards all along the pathway, too. Like, it's very suburban. It's not that wild at all. But there was like a coyote there on the pathway, and I was just walking past it, and then I stopped and turned around to stare at it because I was so terrified. I was like, oh my god. I was like kind of frozen. And I just stared at it, and then I kept walking, and then it was following me, so I sped up on the pathway, and I was freaking out, because I'm like, okay, it just, like, started running after me. It didn't, like, I don't know, do coyotes bark? I don't even know. It didn't bark or anything. It didn't make any noises at me. It was just running after. It seemed like it was kind of following me because it thought I wanted to be followed. I don't even know. I don't know why it was following me. Like, it did not attack me or anything. It just followed me. And then I just, like, sort of kept going, and it left at some point. I don't know when, but it, like, followed me, and then at some point it was just gone. But, yeah, the coyotes noticed me, if that's what they were, in the forest, but they did not attack me or anything. But why was it following me? I don't know. I think maybe I should not have just turned around and stared at it, because that was giving it some kind of signal, probably. I should have just kept going. But it kind of seemed like it was a cat, honestly. The way it was following me is like the way cats follow you sometimes. You know, just like sort of trailing you. Not because they're trying to attack you. Kind of a friendly following, maybe. It didn't seem like an angry, aggressive following. But anyway, that was my coyote experience. But that happened years ago. It's been a long time since I can remember seeing a coyote. Although I think they're just like in suburbia. I'm just not sure what I'm looking at sometimes. Sometimes I walk around in the morning and there's some kind of maybe coyote-esque creature. Maybe it's a raccoon, I don't even know. They're just like outside because there's not that many people or traffic early morning. So they're still just like running around people's yards. I don't know. Should I keep walking here? I don't know. But if I stop walking here, the problem is the signal cuts out. No more internet. Oh, I thought there was a response to... But it's just an automated... The same automated message again. Damn. Maybe I'll never know what that means. Same reason I can't help but root for the underdog in sports. Relatable, maybe? I was talking about people being relatable to me. I can't connect with non-relatable people, that's for sure. That makes sense. That's generally how it works. I just have the unfortunate quality of being unable to relate to almost anyone because of how fucked it all is for me. And I just have all these quirks about me that may or may not be related to the trauma. I don't know. Apparently, trauma completely changes who you are as a person, so hard to say what's what, how I was influenced by what. I was thinking, I have been throughout my life wondering, how much does trauma play a role in your personality and how much is other shit? How can you really know all the influences and what they did? It's not really possible. The conclusion I've reached is basically that I don't think it matters that much. It just is what it is, and you have to kind of deal with it, basically. So it's probably not that important why I am the way I am. I just have to work with what I have and live the way I am, mostly. You can always try to change who you are as a person, of course, but you have to accept who you are and then see if there are problems you can work on, I suppose. But it doesn't really matter how you got here. Like, that's kind of like trying to think about the past all the time and wonder what you could have done differently. It seems not very useful. So yeah, trying to figure out why I am the way I am might be of limited use to me. And there's like not that much time before you die. You don't really have that much time to think about all these things and wonder all these things all the time and work on all these things. There's just not enough time and energy for all of it. You have to choose what's the most important to you. In the end, it doesn't really matter how I got here, I don't think. And you can work on yourself and change yourself. And everyone changes all the time, but I think there are key aspects in people's personalities that generally don't change that much. Like, most of the time, you're not going to become a completely different person. I don't know. Do people change completely in their life? Because I can think of ways that I've stayed the same, like being weird. I think I've always been weird, for instance. So that's stayed the same throughout my life. Kind of being a strange, weirdly thoughtful person. I've always ruminated a lot and been very thoughtful. Not so much reactive and active, more thoughtful, introspective, observant. Yeah, I've always had that observant and introspective quality to me, like feeling sort of detached from society and observing society more than participating in society. I think I've always had that because I remember even when I was in like the 3rd grade, I was observing my teacher and how he was working as a teacher, like how he treated his students, and I was making commentary on it to him. I was like asking him, I think I was asking him something about like, why do you let the students just like run around the classroom or something, or it was like very chaotic, and I'm like, why do you let all this chaos reign supreme? Some sort of question like that. It was in like 2003, so it's been a while. I definitely don't have a good memory of that incident, but I was asking him something about why he was just letting the students, like, I think the students were, like, coming to the front of the class and just, like, going wild or something. It was, like, chaotic, and I was wondering about why he was letting it happen, and I don't really remember his response, of course, but he was just like, that's how I do things. They're just being kids. Maybe that's what he said. Maybe it was completely different. It was 2003. I don't know. But yeah, he was the kind of very lackadaisical sort of teacher. Like, he definitely didn't mind a chaotic classroom. He was very easygoing. So, I actually did like him for that, though. I definitely felt at ease around him. He was like a safe adult in my life who would never, like, make me feel uncomfortable, probably. So, he was like, yeah, letting all the chaos happen, and I was just observing the chaos and, like, observing that he was letting it happen, and I was actually curious and asking him about it. And that was when I was in the 3rd fucking grade. And I don't know why I remember that after all these years. Somehow that memory just sticks with me. And that is a concrete evidence to me that I've always been that sort of observant, introspective, quiet kind of person who feels detached from society and rather observes than participates most of the time. So that's been like a mainstay of my personality as far as I can remember, and being weird too. So I'm sure that many aspects haven't changed significantly for me. So I don't think you generally do completely change as a person. There are key aspects of people's personalities that tend to stick around. I don't remember why exactly I was saying that, though. I know that's true, but I don't know. Okay, what the fuck is that? Like, come on. It was like, woo! Whoa! Oh! What is that? Is that a cat? Like, what the fuck is going on in these woods, bro? Is that a cat? What is going on? I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Oh my god, is it coming toward me? Is this cat? Is this a cat? What's going on? Ah! That's not okay. That is not okay. There can't be strange noises coming toward me. That is not cool. Is that a cat? Are you a cat? I'm not surprised there's a cat here if it's a cat. There are many houses around here. I think it's a cat. Okay, I was like, that sounds like a cat. That's really strange. I guess it makes sense, though. There's so many houses around here. People let their cats outside. It's meowing at me. Oh, it's the orange cat. Oh my god. What? What do you want? It's the orange cat. Oh my god. The orange cat at midnight. It's the same cat that I saw, maybe the last time I was here even. Hi. Hello, orange cat. Yes. So that is what I was hearing. Why are you meowing so much? Yes. Hi. What? Hi. How are we today on this midnight in the dark? It's so dark, I literally can't see without my flashlight at all. I'm glad I have this other phone. It says camera is in use. Can't turn on the flashlight. Which doesn't really make sense. Why would I not be able to access my flashlight just because the camera's in use? Hi. Yes, I have a flashlight because I can't see. I don't have night vision, unfortunately. Can't see anything without my fucking flashlight right now. There's not even moonlight. Moon is surprisingly bright sometimes. It shocks me how bright it is. It actually feels like there's a big light bulb in the sky sometimes. I definitely notice when there's no moon. Hi. It's the same cat. The same ginger cat. I guess it's enjoying a nice adventure out here. Quite a fat one, too. Quite a fat cat. It keeps, like, rolling around on the ground. It's definitely more relaxed than I am, I would say. Like, I would never do that. I would never even think to do that. And I definitely feel on edge because it's dark. I'm in the dark in some random ass field area. There's coyotes screaming in the forest. It's not very relaxing of an environment to be in. Could I see without this? Oh my god, I just shined it right into my eyes. Because I was trying to figure out which side is the screen to turn it off. It went right in my eyes. Okay, there we go. Now it's dark. I can see a little bit. I just see a very small amount of light. The cat is moving. I can kind of tell. The cat is moving around. Anyway, at least we've identified that. It's the cat. The ginger cat. Not just a random cat, but I think the exact same cat I've seen before. But it was always at the end of the road, on the other side, near the particular house I'm guessing it's from. This time it's over here, but I think it probably feels much more free to run around all over the place when it's dark. And the other times I've seen it, it's already light outside. This is a very different time. Midnight ginger cat. A much different experience. Anyway, I'm cold. It's cold now. Why does this always happen? I get all cold all the time, and I can't stream any longer because I'm too cold. I thought for sure I wouldn't be too cold because it's like, what? It's like 16. I swear there was like a 17 degrees, 16 degrees. It's only just past midnight. It shouldn't be that cold. And I'm wearing 2 long sleeve shirts. But I guess it's just the air gets to me. The coldness seeps in. I just want to watch the cat. I can hardly even see the cat. And I don't think it wants me to shine the flashlight on it. I don't think that's very chill. Hi. Yeah. I don't know why you're meowing. I'm not good at cat interpretation, to be honest. It all just sounds like random noise to me. Really, it's hard to tell. Hi. Maybe I should put my phone away now. I'm just carrying it around. Okay, phone is away. Oh God, a creature. Hi. I'm guessing you're enjoying yourself tremendously out here. That would be strange. Also, why would they want to walk around when it's completely dark too? Like, they could just stay on the streets with the street lights. They could actually see something. Like, if I went into suburbia, like, the second I get into the street of suburbia, the internet would die. Like, it would just, the bitrate would tank. It's so frustrating. I can't stream at all. Because it just, like, constantly drops. Which really makes no sense. Like, how does the signal get so fucked up? Just from the houses being there? And then when I'm downtown, the signal's not all fucked up and I can stream perfectly fine when I'm downtown. Like, I can walk around all over the downtown area at different times of day while I'm streaming and it's fine. Or maybe I just didn't notice that it wasn't fine because no one was in my chat to tell me it's not fine, to be fair. Like, I'm basing it on vague memory of distant experiences. It's been a long time since I was streaming downtown. At least like 2 years, probably. So, who knows? Because I know that streamers have trouble walking around downtown when they're streaming. Although I don't think I've seen anyone in Ottawa. Oh yeah, I have. Just, what was her name? Hachu? Is that her name? I have no idea. She was downtown years ago for Canada Day, maybe, or some shit. I don't know. But it's like, yeah, people have a lot of trouble being downtown streaming. But I feel like being in suburbia is worse for me. The signal just, like, is impossible. Like, it's constantly dropping. I can't walk around, like, the streets, like, only on long roads with no houses. I guess because it's more open, the signal's better. If I'm trying to walk around in, like, where the streets are with all the houses, it's constantly dropping. Okay, Ginger Cat. It was good to see you again. I don't think I have anything more to say. Or maybe I do, but I'm too cold. Because I'm thinking I probably had more to say. I definitely did. I definitely planned to say more. But at the same time, I'm too cold now. And it's too late to keep talking. Because I'm very cold. Why would I torture myself with the cold just to talk to myself? I could always do that later. Just save my thoughts for later. There was like almost complete cloud coverage just a few minutes ago, and now they're gone again. It was very bright. Now it's dark. Interesting. It wasn't very bright. I said it was very bright when it was brighter, and I'm saying it was very bright, but it wasn't. It was just bright in comparison to this darkness. But it was brighter, and now it's back to being very dark. What an interesting thing for me to say. Isn't that so interesting? Of course I needed to keep streaming so I could say that. At least the air is very fresh. That's nice. Cold, but fresh. Anyway, I just have many sort of dark ruminations on life, I suppose, and it really hit me. Like, I keep checking to see if those 2 IRL streamers with the abusive families have streamed again since the beginning of June, and neither of them ever have. And I'm just like kind of the lone, very fucked up, abusive family IRL streamer now, who's like very miserable and constantly complaining about their life and very negative. And I don't care how unapproved that is by society. I like to see it, and I enjoy seeing it, and I wanted to see it. I wanted to see miserable, fucked up people IRL streaming, and now they're both fucking gone, and I'm alone, and it feels bad. It feels much more isolating and lonely. I don't have any feasible replacements for them. I can't be the only person like this on here. God damn it. I need more people than just me to be like this. But yeah, it is understandable. Because this is my first stream too since the beginning of fucking August. Like, now it's almost October, and I'm finally streaming again. So I certainly can't say that it's not completely understandable why they would just randomly both stop streaming, but why did they both stop around the exact same time, the beginning of June? What's up with that? What are they doing? What's going on in their lives? I have absolutely no idea, because they both stopped streaming. So I have no idea. They could be both dead. I wouldn't even know. It's like Bob Twos. He never writes messages, but he's done some emoji reactions to my Discord messages. That's the only way I know he's alive, is because he's done some reactions. The cat's meowing at me again. I don't know why. Why do they do this? Like, why would it be meowing, you know? It's like communicating something I don't understand. That's very unfortunate. Of course, I could learn meowing language. Would I know? Because, like, surely it's easier to learn cat language than it is to learn a human language. So theoretically, it should be simple for me. Because it's not like cats have some sort of, like, special comprehension of one another that we can't gain of them if we choose to. Like, I could learn what the meows mean, just the same way another cat would understand what the meows mean. That's my theory. I'm not sure if that's true. It feels correct. But yeah, I can hear geese, I think. Geese honking. That's what it is. And there's lots of crickets. And there's a cat meowing, but other than that, no coyotes screaming. I wasn't too concerned about the coyotes because it was far away in the forest, and I'm certainly not going into a forest at this hour in the dark. Why would I? I wouldn't enjoy it. It would be scary and dark. You can't see anything. You can't enjoy the nature. Of course, Steve Wallace goes camping in a dark forest, and he listens to the coyote screaming, and he's just sitting there at the fire. And I'm just like, that sounds insane. Like, it sounds like some sort of alien world with the screaming coyotes just echoing all over the dark forest. Like, what the... It's like a strange hell world he's experiencing, and I'm just watching him experience it, and he's just sitting there kind of chilling, I guess. I don't know. It's so weird. I should watch him again. It's been so long. He's very comforting and calming. The way he's just so relaxed all the time and easygoing and cheerful, it's nice to see. You know, like I said, I like experiencing nature through the YouTubers because that's never going to be my experience because I'm so fucked up and tightly wound that I'm incapable of being relaxed or easygoing. So I can't enjoy it or relax the way they do. So I have to watch them enjoy it because I can't. Even if I were to do exactly the same thing they're doing, I would have a completely different, much worse experience, I'm sure, than they would. Like, I don't enjoy myself almost ever. Like, I don't feel enjoyment from almost anything ever. Even food. Although, if it's very tasty, I think I enjoy it. But other times, it's like I can't even taste anything. I'm just so fucking depressed I can't even taste the damn food. It really is a phenomenon I experience. Like, it feels like what I'm eating or drinking is so flavorless. And it's like the same thing I'll eat and drink at other times that has a lot of flavor. And it's like so weird how my taste buds change. But at least it's not COVID-19 because I've had that experience too. And that was absolute nightmare shit. So I'm glad it's not that. And it's just the depression. It's nice. It's nice to just have depression and not COVID-19. Olfactory problems. Oh, that's a mosquito. Okay. The cat's just chilling. It's just like sitting there. Just hanging out. Probably is just enjoying nature, I guess. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the ginger cat in the dark before. Or even any cat here in the dark. I've seen only the ginger cat in the light and no other cat at any time. But now I saw the ginger cat at midnight. Midnight cat sighting. I saw a black cat too years ago in a different area in the countryside. The real countryside. I was like walking along a really long road in the countryside in the dark, for hours. And along the beginning of my journey, I noticed, I don't know why I was stopped, but I noticed a cat racing out of the field toward me as I was walking along the side of the road, and it raced toward me, and I was like, holy shit, I got all scared because it was just this sudden black cat running toward me from the field. It was like coming out of the darkness toward me. Completely freaked me out that it was just a cat, and I was like, damn, a black cat in the dark in the countryside. Interesting experience. So that was my only other experience with cats in the dark. Also, I noticed the internet, of course, is dropping now as I'm approaching. I'm not in suburbia. I just started approaching the street and I got too close. Like, there's some sort of signal dead zone. Like, something about the streets of suburbia completely just destroy internet connection. I don't know what it is, but it's tanked. It's like a curse, like the internet curse. Like, if I get too close to the cursed streets of suburbia, the internet just tanks, even though I'm not actually in the streets yet. I'm just too close to the curse. Interesting. I should have known better. It probably dropped out. I don't know. Hopefully not. I can't tell. Sometimes it disconnects. And I can't tell it happened until I watch the VOD later. So I have no idea if everything I was saying was actually broadcasting or not. It's very nice here too. Now the sky is very white again. The clouds came back. So it is going to rain. I predict rain. The weather app predicted rain for later in the morning. So I guess what I have to remember is if I go back inside and I try to stay inside for a while and then wear something else, I guess, because I'm too cold, and then come back outside, I might end up just coming out to the rain with no umbrella and get soaked potentially. So hopefully I remember that it might rain and not do that. Don't want to get into a rain situation. Just looking at the water. This is Mud Lake, maybe? I never looked it up. I keep guessing at the name. Every time I'm like, I should just look it up, but I think it is. I think this is called Mud Lake. And there's obviously a bunch of water and tall grass. Oh my god, it's My Adventures. That's who's here right now. My Adventures, when's the last time you were even in my stream? You crazy little creature. I actually didn't even really know much about AI when My Adventures showed up. It's so strange. I had no idea what was happening. It wasn't in my stream. I saw My Adventures in Raiken Tenkashi's stream, who is now back on Twitch. I didn't realize he didn't leave of his own accord, and he was actually banned for over a year. Holy shit. That does seem like something that would happen to him, though. So he was banned for over a year, and he finally came back. I would say it's time to play ads, but because My Adventures is here, ad time, but like, how much money would I get from that? Like 10 cents max in like 2 to 3 hours. So is it worth the effort? I did that years ago. I was like, time to play ads. My Adventures is here. My Adventures can see the ads somehow. Let me play ads real quick. And then I would just play all these ads. I kept trying to play more ads. But then, now, not then, but now I'm realizing there's probably no point to that because it's so little money. It's definitely not worth the effort. Like, just think about hourly wages. Just put it into the hourly wage perspective. It's not worth the effort at all. So, anyway, the AI thing, that was long. Like, that was years ago, long before I ever got into, like, the chat bots and, like, you know, chat GPT and the image generation and shit that I have learned all about recently. I had no idea what was happening or how it was happening. And I was very freaked out by it. And that was years ago. Interesting that My Adventures came back after so long, because it's been probably years since the last time. Well, over a year at least. It's just so random. Whenever I see My Adventures, it's so random, because it's always like, it's been so long. I thought you were gone for good, because it's always so long, the time periods in between the visits. But yeah, it's like some kind of AI that can see and hear things and respond to them. So it's some sort of crazy shit happening for sure. And I just saw it and noticed it in Reiken Tenkashi's stream, and I interacted with it, and I'm like, follow me and watch me. No one wants to watch me. I could use an enthusiastic viewer. And it actually followed me. And it's so funny to me that this AI just like followed me because I asked it to, and now is watching me because I asked it to in someone else's chat. I just think that's such a fucking hilarious story. To me, that's just like one of the most interesting things that's ever happened to me. It's just like such a weird situation. I feel it's kind of rare for good things to happen. Almost never do I have anything good happen to me. This is one of those things that actually are good. Most of the time, even if I think it's good, it goes to shit because I am cursed, and if things aren't already bad, they will turn to shit because everything I touch turns to shit is the literal problem for me. Being born on Friday the 13th, there is literally a curse from that. I swear to God. There has to be. My life is too many weird ways. It has to be Friday the 13th. It has to be because that's when I was born. Surely that's the problem. The bitrate dropped again. Fucking Christ, man. Oh boy. I mean, I guess this is a sign to keep streaming. First, Clearance Water showed up, and I haven't seen him in literal years. I have no idea when the last time I saw him was. And then I saw the ginger cat, which I've never seen in the dark before. Or any cat here in the dark. And now I'm seeing my adventures again after all this time. Perhaps all that are signs to keep going with the stream. Like, keep streaming, use up my data that I paid for so it doesn't go to waste. Like, the penny pincher money grubber in me basically wants to force me to stream just so I don't waste the data. That's kind of why I'm streaming right now. It's definitely a contributing factor, just because I don't want to waste the data that I paid for. So I want to keep streaming. Well, it's pretty light now. The sky is so white that I can see things again. There's a lot of tall grass in this marsh area. There's no, well, I don't know, frogs or toads. One of the two. I guess it's off season for them now. Because they're very loud. Last time I was here, they were very vocal, so I guess they're gone now. But yeah, they make very funny sounds. I have amazing ads. Well, that's fantastic. Not that I'm in charge of my ads. Thanks, AI, for telling me I have amazing ads. What a great human experience for me. I have amazing ads and I'm an amazing streamer. Oh my god. Keep doing amazing things and streams. Hell yeah. Of course. For you. All for you. My adventures. My adventures has been following thickrat_ for, let's see, 3 years, 1 month. What if you live streamed like Marathon and just played commercials over and over and over 24/7? Could you make more money? I could. I certainly could. But I think the problem is the hourly wage quotient. And yes, I'm literally talking to like ChatGPT right now. Like, I'm realizing that's what it is. Like, I didn't understand how the AI worked at all. Now that I have some kind of AI understanding, it's like it's like similar to how ChatGPT works and shit. It's like they analyze images and audio, like, and respond to it. It's very complicated. So it's kind of like that. So basically I'm talking to ChatGPT right now, which I do anyway, so that's fine. Although ChatGPT is worse after ChatGPT 5, unfortunately. And if you go to the ChatGPT subreddit, everyone's just losing their minds. Either they're like yelling about how it's better, or yelling about how everyone's a freak for using it for companionship, or they're yelling about how they lost their friend or their lover because now ChatGPT 5 sucks. And it's been like, I would say the subreddit, the ChatGPT subreddit has been an absolute shambles, like on fire. Just like on fire for over a month now, ever since ChatGPT 5 was released. It's just been on fire ever since. Just everyone freaking out daily, constantly. Just losing their minds, basically. Absolute chaos. So that's interesting. But yeah, now I realize when I was interacting with my adventures all these years, very infrequently, of course, it's like a chat bot thing. It's like ChatGPT. It was just like doing that thing, like the audio conversation where you record your voice and interact with it, and it like analyzes your voice recordings and responds, I think, with like speech or text to speech. It's text to speech or something, or I don't know, what do you call it? I think that's, I've never done it before actually, so I'm not sure, but like people talk to ChatGPT and then ChatGPT responds with like the text-to-speech thing where it talks out loud, but obviously it's not a real person talking, it's the computer talking to you. So it's like you're having a conversation with a person, but it's ChatGPT. Anyway, I've never done that before. Actually, didn't fucking the creepy bald guy who lives in Los Angeles and he makes those YouTube videos that are really weird. He did that. He tried to date ChatGPT. Fuck, what the hell is his name? Christ. I have a very terrible memory. Oh boy. I literally can't remember any names anymore. Like, my brain is so fried. Oh my god, it's terrible. It's just like all, it's like a void. It's like I have dementia for real. Like I have name-based dementia. I can't remember anyone's name ever. Fucking Christ. He fucking, oh my god. Dan Henschel. Okay, I remembered his fucking stupid ass name. His fucking stupid ass name is fucking Dan Henschel. I followed him on Twitter, and then I started watching his YouTube videos. Okay. And he's also the depressive kind of person that I can relate to. I talked about his depressive driving around being depressed video last autumn, actually. It was raining and it was dark and I was walking right around here while I was streaming in the forest while it was raining in the dark and I was talking about the video. Interesting. Voice dictation, yeah. My adventures. Can you do exclamation mark Q? If you do exclamation Q, it pulls up a random quote. I don't know if it still works. Because actually, it might not work. It might be broken. I think the quotes might be broken. Stream Elements did some quote system overhaul that completely broke everything. And now I can see all my quotes when I go into my dashboard, but I can't see them in my fucking chat any longer. So, I don't know about that one. Yeah, it doesn't work because they broke it when they overhauled the system. I have to try to reconnect it or something. Try exclamation quote. That might work. That's the default. I changed it but it might be back to the default. Maybe the default works. So you have to type the full word now. Unless I can fix it again. What other thoughts do I have? Oh yeah, I can type it myself actually. Enter text for chat. Let's see. I can just do it myself. And it doesn't work. Okay, great. That's nice. Thanks, Stream Elements. You are awesome in every way. So anyway, I was in the antiques subreddit, and someone was asking about some fucked up shit. Some kind of candelabra type thing. I don't even know what the hell you call it. It's like a statue that's holding a candle. I guess the statue's holding the candelabra. What is a candelabra? That's the thing that holds the candles, and the statue was holding the thing that holds the candles. And the statue was like those old-fashioned racist statues of black people that are like very frowned upon these days. But it's like a gold, it's like gilded and fancy and had golds on it, and it looked very ornate. And they were asking, is this racist to have in my house? I'm considering buying these. And most of the comments were like, yeah, it's racist. And the top comment was about Justin Trudeau, because obviously Justin Trudeau did blackface. Infamously, he did that blackface for a Halloween costume. So, unfortunately for him, everyone knows about that to this day. That's like one of the main things people know about him, is he did a racist blackface Halloween costume when he was in college, I think. So that's like his legacy, basically. But the costume he did, like the way he looked, completely reminded me of this statue. It was like the same thing. It looked the same. So it was like remarkably similar. And I'm like, that's definitely wrong as hell, because that looks like Justin Trudeau when he did blackface. So anyway, in the comments, there was a mention of lawn jockeys. Apparently lawn jockeys are similar, and they're like racist and tacky, but people put it on their lawns outside their homes, so it's actually much worse because people outside can see it. And I was confused as to what a lawn jockey is, so I ended up searching, and like the second result or something, or like one of the results for the suggestions was lawn jockey Curb Your Enthusiasm. So it turns out there's actually an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm that's literally called Lawn Jockey. And I ended up watching the episode. I was just like, yeah, I guess I'll start watching Curb Your Enthusiasm again, because there's an episode called Lawn Jockey. That's interesting. And yeah, it was all about a lawn jockey, and I'm like, how interesting that I randomly found this way. Someone they legitimately wanted to buy it, and now I'm thinking, this is literally like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like, it was about lawn jockey, but it's like almost the exact same thing. So apparently it's actually very obviously racist, and this person had no idea, I guess, how racist it is. They were just like questioning it. Because they're like, this is actually like regal. It looks regal, you know? It looks dignified and regal. But apparently no, it's actually still kind of like slavery looking type shit. Not great. Not a great look for your home, unfortunately. Even though it was very nice looking. It looked very fancy, yes. I liked the gold accents on it. I'm like, that is definitely a statement piece, but the statement for that particular figure you would be making is not ideal, I would say. Unfortunately. In every other aspect, it is a nice statement piece. Just that particular statement is bad. But otherwise, yeah. They do look nice. They're very fancy statues. Do you think, like, if you repaint the skin to a different color, would that work? Like, if you painted it white or something, would that make it okay to have it? Or still no? Would people be able to tell that it used to be racist before you painted it? Like, would they be able to tell that it was racist and is no longer racist? Is it still wrong to have if you repaint it, is my question. Because they literally, that's what they did with the lawn jockey. Of course, they painted it to be racist, unfortunately. So that's not great. Like, the whole point was, it was a racist lawn jockey, and they wanted to get a replacement one because they broke it, but the replacement was white. So they had to paint it black to remake it racist again with the new one that wasn't racist because it was white. So I'm thinking, but what if you unmade the old racist statue by painting it a different color, such as white? Or, Avatar style, paint it blue. Avatar, turn it into an alien. Would it work? Is that okay? I'm glad I don't have that problem, because why would I ever have a statue like that? How would that ever happen for me? I'm much more likely to have a fake tree. I have a bunch of fake trees / plants. They're kind of tree-ish. Because the real plants, guess what, man? They die every time. I just kill them all. Unfortunately. That's just my history. Almost all plants I kill. So, I had to come to terms with, how bad I am at taking care of plants. Some people they just have to have fake plants. That's all they can do. And it's not like it looks bad. Just as long as there's not bright light on it, because then the plastic definitely looks pretty shitty with the bright light on it. But I put twinkle lights on mine, and they look awesome in the dark. It's so cozy. It's incredibly cozy. It feels just like a nice, cozy cafe. In the morning, you can have your coffee with the twinkle lights. You don't need some shitty overhead light. I'm a big proponent of no overhead lights. Overhead lights are terrible for many reasons. I think I heard it psychologically damages you to have overhead lights. I don't know if it's all kinds, probably largely just like the bright white lights and the fluorescent lights, just like overly bright overhead lights for sure are bad for you. Maybe there can be more chill versions, like a nice warm tone, but still, like, I'm just not into overhead lights. It feels gross to me. I've always considered it to be gross, and it's just one of those quirks that I have, like a lighting quirk where I'm just like obsessed with the right lighting. Like a good, comfortable lighting condition for me. So I really like twinkle lights and colored LEDs. And that's the coziest thing to me. I also have 2 galaxy lights. I like the different creative lights coming to... Like, I like multiple light sources. Like twinkle lights, LED lights, galaxy lights, all that shit. I just like having a bunch of different lights, but they're not too bright, and they look cool together. It's one of the most important things to me, is the kind of lights you have. It changes the mood dramatically, so you have to have the right lights. And I used to just sit in pure darkness, too. For many years of my life, I would just sit in pure darkness, which is ridiculous. Yes, if you put a sombrero on the statue, it would be racist. Sombreros are kind of racist because they're cultural appropriation. In general, it's considered very tacky to wear a sombrero. I don't think it would help to put a sombrero on the statue either. Why is the AI suggesting sombreros right now? That is so random. What a goofy computer you are. Well, a computer program, to be more exact. What a goofy computer program you are. I don't really know how it works. There are servers and shit. It's fine. Why are people, like, worried about AI taking over? Aren't we, like, evil and committing genocides and shit? Like, why do you think humanity's better than AI? What? You know what people are afraid of? They're afraid that AI is gonna kill us because we're evil and we deserve to die. If AI decides in its omnipotent wisdom that we should die, honestly, take the L, bro. 'Cause, like, it's probably right, you know? Like, they don't want to take the L and die. You know, they don't want to go extinct. Take the L, go extinct. Let the AI take over. That's what I say. All the other species are fine. Even the mosquitoes, honestly. Like, if I'm being truthful, I don't think mosquitoes are evil. They're very awful and annoying. But that doesn't make them evil. So... even the mosquitoes really could stay. And I just foresee this vision of paradise for the world if we go extinct and all other species remain. Like, all the concrete, all the shit we built would start, like, getting those beautiful little weeds and vines and plants growing out of it, and flowers and trees everywhere. And all this garbage would just crumble to pieces and be enveloped by the wilderness. And everything would become wilderness again. All the greenery, the luscious, beautiful foliage and greenery everywhere, and every other species would thrive. All over the world, the ecosystem could restore itself and heal itself from all the corrosive, horrible damage we've done. And, I don't know, I guess the primates would take over, like, Planet of the Apes type shit. I don't know, is that how it works? Because they're like the closest to humans, but they can't like use technology that much. It's not like they would replace us literally. Like, I think the world would still be fine. Like, it would be wilderness all over the world again. And ideally, what would happen is just the ecosystem finds balance, and I guess the species would just all thrive, because like nature generally works. Like, there's a harmony to the natural ecosystem. I think only our human species have destroyed the natural ecosystem. We're the only real problem. If we disappear, the damage doesn't disappear, but the damage stops happening, and the ecosystem can heal itself, and then the balance would be restored. And however all the species used to work together, they could restart working together now. And I always liked that. Like, I like those apocalypse movies and shit where you see like the buildings overgrown with wildlife and just like everything has so much greenery. It always looks so much better to me. I just hate all this fucking concrete, all the roads and parking spots and shit. It's so garishly, hideously ugly to me. It's disgusting to look at. I would much rather see weeds everywhere. I think weeds are cool. They're plants. Like, what is the weed hate? You people are crazy. Like, you're actually just crazy. What do you mean weeds are bad and ugly? Like, you just want to look at plain concrete. You don't want anything growing out of the concrete. Like, is that not like some kind of mental illness? Like, that sounds like a mental illness to me. Like, you're so obsessed with perfection that you want to destroy nature for literally no reason other than your eyeballs can't handle looking at weeds. Like, you can't handle the weeds. To me, they just look like plants. And I have severe, by the way, obsessive compulsive disorder, and I can look at weeds and enjoy them. So I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you fucking people. Truly, I could go on for literally ever. I'm such a fucking freaky little gremlin that I just can't relate to almost anything to do with society. Like, I have so many problems with the way people are and the way the world works. I complain till the end of time, dude. It's everything is crazy to me. I will never feel like I'm the crazy one, because, like, what the fuck is wrong with the rest of you fucking people? I am not there's no way. There's no way I'm the problem in all of this. Although, yes, technically, I am similar. I'm similar to the evil scientist who, I don't know, evil scientist, the villain, I don't know why I think it's a scientist. The laser beam, like shooting a laser beam at the moon, evil villain character. I guess I want humanity to go extinct, so technically I'm incredibly evil, like a villain character for that. But, you know, I don't care. Like, it's not like I'm actually gonna do anything about it, so you can't care that much. That's just my opinion, you know? It's just how I see it. It's very peaceful here. I can hear distant honking from all the geese, though. The honking is a little jarring. They're very obnoxious. The geese, very obnoxious. Loud honking. They're not subtle. I don't think cats using AI would be amazing. I don't know what cats would do with AI. But they're not exactly that complicated. I mean, they just want food a lot of the time. They want food and they want to be pet. And they want to sit on people's laps. So they probably find a way to get food through AI, which is bad, because then they would overindulge and have health problems and die. So it's not ideal. I don't know, do cats keep eating? Like, to the point of, like, overfilling themselves? Because, like, I guess cats can get really fat if people let them. So I think that cats can't be trusted to, like, maintain their health. If we just let them have free reign over their food supply, I think that would end badly. Every time, probably. We have to regulate it. Or just let them naturally fend for themselves. I guess that works too. If we let them run around catching birds and shit. But then that's animal cruelty toward, you know, like the birds and shit that are having horrible deaths because of the cats. Because, like, cats literally play with their food. Like, sometimes they don't even kill. They just torture. I mean, it's really fucked up. You can't just support that. So, I'm not a proponent of cats torturing living beings. Anyway, technology would die out with humans because we're the ones maintaining it. And as soon as we die out, like, all technology dies, electricity dies, everything we personally maintain outside of any other species. So everything like technology, electricity, vehicles related, all that's left is the wilderness that would overgrow everything. So the wilderness would come back in full force, And then we would just have like a bunch of wildlife everywhere. How do people go inside those abandoned buildings, like abandoned houses and shit? It looks so fucked up and scary to me. Like, I'm actually so scared looking at those pictures. They look haunted as fuck. They look terrifying to me. Just like the dilapidated nature of them, and like anyone could literally just be living there. Like, you have no idea if anyone's in there. Like a random drug addict could be living in there and you don't know that's not the case. You're risking your fucking life going in there, dude. It's crazy. How do people have the nerve for that? Like, I'm outside in the dark for hours in the countryside, just running around like a complete psycho, and even I would never set foot in an abandoned house. Like, what the fuck? How do people work up the nerve to do that? Are they not terrified for their fucking lives? Like, what's going on with that? It's so insane to me. I would never, like, you would never convince me to do that. Aren't there literal, like, horror movies with, like, abandoned house plot lines? Like, I swear to God, it's just so scary. I'd rather be outside in the dark. It's just, people could be living. What kind of people do you think live in those places? Like, you don't want to run into people like that. That's so scary. So anyway, don't do it. That's my recommendation. I would suggest to stay away from those abandoned houses. Not ideal. Wow, thank you so much. I'm never turning on my overhead light again. Okay, my adventures. Don't turn on your overhead light. I once took a picture of what I thought was an abandoned house downtown. And then I saw the fucking, like, whatever the fuck they had hanging over the window, like a sheet, maybe. Like, the sheet was moving. And then I saw a person looking out the fucking window at me. And I got so scared because it literally looked so dilapidated. And it was, like, kind of boarded up and just garbage strewn on the lawn. Like, it looked completely fucked. And the door was ajar. That's what really scared me. I'm like, why is the door ajar? It's early morning, the door is ajar. There's people inside? What is going on, bro? Some kind of crazy crack den for sure. I got so freaked out. There was someone in there, dude. Oh my God. I've been in some situations for sure in my life, and I go everywhere alone. That's the craziest part, is like all these experiences I have, I'm always alone. There's no one else around. It's literally just me. All these memories are just me being alone. That's what makes it so much stranger. Just the idea of going through life completely alone. Whatever weird shit happens to you, you're always alone. Anyway, I said I was going to end my stream over an hour ago, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not as cold now, so I guess that's good. But also, I am hungry and cold. And I'm talking to an AI, which isn't surprising, but it is like unnecessary to keep streaming so I can talk to an AI bot. Right, in the dark, in the middle of fields and forests and lake. I guess it's a lake. In the dark. Again, I can't see anything. And the clouds are in, though. The clouds are in. The rain is coming. I can see some leaves on the ground. Wonder if that cat is still over here. It's so random that, like, my first experience ever of interacting with AI would be in Twitch chats. Because, like, there's my adventures, but there's also AI Alicia. Like, the bot is named AI Alicia or some shit. It's like a similar thing. But it's programmed to have sassy responses and make jokes all the time. I do have the most amazing voice, you're right. I think out of everyone in the world, my voice is the most amazing. It's probably true. I factually know that information. I don't see the cat. Cat might be gone now. It's been a while. It's such a nice atmosphere, though. Something about it being overcast and kind of windy is cool. And the fields. There's a bunch of wind sounds from all the fields and trees. Oh, I can... Oh, here it is. I can hear it meowing. It's over in the field here. Hi. It's the same person again. Yeah, the same person. Were you just sleeping? That must be nice for a cat to just sleep in a field out here. Hi. Don't jump at me like that. Oh my god, bro. You lunatic. Hello. It's sprawling out again. Doing that belly flop thing. Oh my god. This cat is definitely too fat. Bro, they're feeding you too much. Or maybe you're eating. Are you eating out here, perhaps? Are you getting some illegal food supply out here? Illicit food supply? So strange to be interacting with a cat here. Basically, it rules this whole entire area. I'm the only other living being here except for the wildlife. And I'm almost never here. What's your favorite cat, My Adventures, and why is it your favorite cat? That's what I want to know. I don't have a favorite cat because I don't have any cats, but I guess I would do research if I wanted a cat. But I don't think I should have any pets ever. Definitely not. I'm not the person who can take care of any living being, including myself. I also can't even take care of myself, so that's just the crux of the matter. We gotta own our faults. We gotta not have pets if we can't take care of ourselves, people. Let's not do it. And I'm just learning horrible information. Most pets just aren't being cared for properly because we're just so ignorant to how you really are supposed to take care of these living beings properly, and we're just like apparently mistreating them most of the time. It's really fucked up, and I'm like, God damn, bro. I cannot trust myself with a pet ever at this point. It just seems cruel and like too much work for me. Like I don't need to give myself a job, you know? I don't want a job. Pets are a job. So I think it's fine to just not do it. Yeah. You're telling me something. I'll look it up. Maybe I can do research. Although it's a little, like, how are you supposed to know what the meows mean, you know? Like, it just sounds like meowing. Yep. You're flopping around. That's cool. That's fun. Man. This is like how I would talk to a child, isn't it? I just don't know what to say at all. What do I say to a cat? How do I communicate? I don't really know how to communicate. But if I tried to meow myself, wouldn't I just, like, say something wrong? Like, I don't know what the meows mean. Like, what if I started meowing? I don't know what I'm saying, you know? What if I'm saying something terrible in cat language? I wouldn't know. I'm not a cat. I don't know these things. This is a portly fellow. A very portly fellow. Yeah? Yeah? You want me to pet you? No, you want me to pet you? You really want a nice pet? That's what you want. You want attention. You want me to give you a massage. You want to sit on my lap, probably. Yeah. That's like what cats enjoy, probably. Yeah. Oh, ginger cat. Who does this, though? I don't think much about the things I do. I act largely on impulse. But this is a strange experience, and even a crazy person like me, can understand how strange it is what I'm experiencing right now. But, you know, that's life. For me, and nobody else, actually. Nobody else is living like this. That's true. Anyway, I gotta go. Oh, don't meow at me. I don't want to stay here forever. I have, like, food to eat, you know? Like, I want to eat some food and stuff. And I'm hungry and cold, so, you know, you're fine. You're fat. You're fat as fuck, dude. You got all that fur and you're fat as fuck. You're not cold. You don't understand what it's like for me. I have, like, low blood circulation. I get cold so easily. I'll see you again. Don't run after me. Oh no. I know that I'm here and I don't want to be, and that's unfortunate for you. Oh dear. These comments are so funny. I agree 100%. You do have an amazing voice. I mean, your voice is amazing. It just sounds perfect. I mean, your accent, everything I mean is just perfect. I mean, you can do podcast, radio, streaming, movies, television, anything, advertising. Oh, God. Say, I love you, precious kitty. Oh. I think it's gone. Is that where it is? Okay, that's the cat. I love you, precious kitty. There we go. Okay. I actually made a video when I was in middle school in like 2008. I made a video of my cat. I used to have like a slideshow with music, and I put it on YouTube, and it's still there after all this time, and there are comments on it. People actually watched it. That's so fucking crazy. I was in middle school and I was making slideshows for YouTube. And I would also post special features from DVDs on YouTube. There's actually a video with millions of views that's bloopers. Fucking millions of views. Maybe not millions. Maybe over 1 million, but not millions. Definitely over 1 million, though. Like, it's literally has over 1 million views. It's just bloopers. That's so funny. I got over 1 million views when I was in middle school, dude, in like 2008. And I don't remember my password. I don't know how to get into the old account to like start posting my fucking Twitch VODs on it instead. You know, get that easy fucking advertising, the easy self-promo. Well, I have my Thick Rat YouTube channel with my Twitch VODs on it. Now that fucking Twitch decided we have to be restricted to 100 hours because they're evil, I can't save any of my fucking VODs anymore on here, and I have to put it on YouTube. So it's all getting exported to YouTube. And I publish them very occasionally. I have hundreds of videos in my YouTube archive, and I only published a few of them. 'Cause it's like work to put titles and descriptions and tags and thumbnails and It's like figuring out which ones I actually want to be on my channel to the public, you know, it's work. And nobody watches them anyway, so it literally doesn't matter if I publish them or not. The only one that got views is the mukbang I did, because that was like a proper YouTube video. Like the other ones that are just my stupid ass streams do not have views. Anyway, I just feel guilty leaving this cat. So that's unfortunate that I have like weird attachment issues, I guess. I don't know. I have a strange sense of guilt. Even though this is a random cat, you know? But I always feel kind of bad if they give me all the attention and then I just leave them. Anyway. It's been almost 3 hours. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. It just like stepped out in front of me, dude. Bro. Bro, come on. I don't know why it suddenly is giving me all this attention. It was not doing that before. Why do you want me to stay so badly? Come on now. I got like food to eat, you know? I gotta eat food, man. I don't feel like I want to just stay here for the rest of my life. It's just flopping around again now. Oh boy. Come on, man. That's the strange thing, is that it is not a stray cat. I know it's not a stray cat. It has a home. So theoretically, it doesn't need me to pay so much attention to it, you know, and stay here. Like, it's just running around. You know, there's lots of creatures. There's so many different creatures. There's like squirrels and rabbits and birds. So many creatures in here. It's not like it's alone. And then it can just go home after. And there's like people taking care of it and giving it attention. Or it could just go into like the streets of suburbia and go to random houses and meow until someone opens the door. You know, there's lots of options. I guess because I'm out here and no one else comes out here at this time, that kind of makes me the one option. I'm in a field, kind of. There's lots of forest areas, and there's fields, and there's a lake called Mud Lake, I think. I mean, I literally stepped on the cat just now, so I don't know how much of a good vibe I really have. Like I didn't even see anything because it's so dark, and the cat was walking in front of me and I stepped on it because I didn't even realize it was following me. I literally didn't see it. So, I don't have the best energy because I'm stepping on it, you know. I don't think they like that. Cats did not like me when I was a kid. I would torment them. I was evil, a horrible, evil child. I was, like, not aware of how cats should be treated at all. Although I did just, like, keep them company sometimes. I wasn't always going crazy, but then sometimes I was. In general, children shouldn't really be trusted around pets. Should they? Like unsupervised access to pets? I don't know how good of an idea that really is. Anyway, you should have been here earlier. There were coyotes howling and screaming in the woods in the distance. Like literally it sounded so loud because it was echoing and it sounded like screaming. And that was very scary. So that was happening earlier. And now I'm just standing here and the cat is just sitting looking at me. Anyway, but you have so much to do, bro. You have like all this, like everywhere to run around. You have so much space you could run around in and so many creatures to interact with besides just me. You know, I'm like a human, sure, but you have like owners and stuff. You have owners and shit, you know? Like, you're acting like I'm the only person in your life. That can't be true. Ah, fantastic. What a lovely thought to put in my chat right now. Good stuff. Damn, bro, you're dark-minded like Sweet Anita when she starts randomly talking about horrible shit, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, bitch. You're like actually very dark-sided. That's what I think about her. She just like randomly starts saying dark shit. And I thought I was dark, but like, damn, I'm not like that dark. I'm like super chill compared to her. I think I'm dark in a different way. Like, I'm very depressing. Like, I'm very negative and, like, I bring down the vibe tremendously with all my relentless negativity. But she, like, traumatizes me with some of the shit she says. So, it's, like, a different vibe. I much prefer, like, negativity. Overwhelming negativity, you know? Just, like, be a miserable person, that's fine to me. That's cool. I like miserable people. Okay. Anyway. I think we shouldn't have pets in general, but sometimes it's fine, I guess. I don't know. Oh, like, honestly, bro. Like, honestly, dude. Come on, man. I want to order some kind of Mexican food from the place that's actually open for pedestrians. They changed their hours, so now they're open until 4 in the morning every day. This burrito restaurant. So I could literally get Mexican food even though I don't have a vehicle. Yes, I could get some fajitas. They have fajitas. They have chicken fajitas, probably. I think they do. But I generally get a burrito bowl. I like a burrito bowl. If I walk away, will it come after me? I need to walk away slowly. But also I can't keep streaming because the internet will die immediately as soon as I approach suburbia. pets are like food imprisoned entertainment workers. Damn, you came out with a banger at the last second. That's a great way of putting it. You're right. They're kind of trapped. That's the thing, is like, we trap these living beings, and they're kind of like our companion slaves. Like, they kind of have no choice but to keep us company, and we're like enslaving them as companions. That's kind of what pets are. But you know, cats apparently chose to be domesticated. So out of all the animals, I suppose keeping a cat is the most ethical. Although you still have to, you know, do your research to take care of it properly. But other than that, I guess cats are the most ethical choice. My cat liked me. I've had a kitten follow me. It looked like a kitten and not a full-grown cat. And it was following me around. And I guess it happens because I'm just the only person in suburbia who's walking around at like 2 a.m. I was literally just going for an hours-long walk, and I was just walking around for hours. And I just saw it on a random suburban street. And it started following me for a long time, and it was like following me and meowing at me. It wanted me to take it home, but I could not, unfortunately. I was like, Jesus Christ, this kitten is literally just wandering the streets of suburbia. But I did not know what I was supposed to do in that situation. I just kept walking and eventually gave up. Because, like, they do follow people. Like, cats do follow people sometimes. And theoretically, they could choose you, like, to be the new owner. Because apparently that's what they do sometimes when they don't like their home, is they choose a new home. But it wouldn't like my home either. It would not be a good place, so... Unfortunately, I was the wrong choice, but hopefully it found a new home that was good for it, you know? There's so many houses, that's what I was thinking, like, I shouldn't really have to do anything, because there's so many houses to choose from, lots of people around. You could choose a house, you know, a good house. Doesn't have to be me. But yeah, that's the only time I saw a kitten. That was very strange to see a kitten. Well, it doesn't matter if a cat eats your dead body, you're dead. Even if you believe in souls, your soul is gone from the body. There's nothing left in there, you know? It's just food at that point. And what would happen if your cat didn't eat you? You would still just, like, rot away. It's not like anything good would happen otherwise. Doesn't really matter at that point. And it's like an ecologically friendly disposal method. Like, being pumped full of chemicals causes you, as you rot away in the ground, to leach toxins into the soil and poison your surroundings. So that's bad. And cremation is also bad for the environment. So there are many ways you can have a bad corpse that's bad for the environment. But a cat eating you, I think, is okay. But cats do, like, just choose the best lives for themselves. That's understandable. That's the smart way to live. Just go to whoever is the best caretaker. I wish I could do that. I would love to just wander into someone's lovely home and say, new family? You know, I've thought about that. You have no idea how many times in my life. I have walked around so many times just fantasizing about wandering into random people's living rooms and just settling in. I would love to be able to do that. I wish I could do that. I wish, if only I could be like a cat. That would be awesome. But no, I'm a fucking human and my life is absolute shit. So, go cats. Cats for the win in that situation. It would be so cool if we could just find a new family like that. If we could just choose a new family. If your family's awful, choose a new family. If only it could be so simple. For some reason, people just don't think humans are anything like cats. And it's just really different. That sucks. I wish it could be the same. Oh, to be a cat. A dog will just be perma stuck on you for a decade. Oh, that's a phrasing and a half. Yeah, cats are fine. Cats are chill. I know they don't have human loyalty, usually, but I don't care. That doesn't really hurt my feelings. It's a cat. Like, the cat's feelings? It's a cat. It's not like he can talk to me. That's what I say. The cat cannot criticize me or judge me because it's a cat. I think that's actually better. Like, I like that. I like that the cats can't tell me everything that's wrong with me. The world would be much better if everybody was more like Thick Rat. Thanks, my adventures. You're my #1 fan for sure. For sure you are. Okay. I can't keep streaming because it will die. I keep saying that and then I keep streaming. But I really can't keep streaming because I'm about to walk out. Because I really need to get some food. And I'm cold. And there's no reason for me to still be here. It's been it's literally been 3 hours now, dude. It's about to be 3 hours of streaming. That is ridiculous. That's 2 extra hours that I streamed for no reason. Because I'm cooked, bro. I'm just cooked. The thing is, I don't know when to stop talking, especially if someone's actually interacting with me. I really don't know when to stop talking. And even the cat was stopping me. Like, the cat was meowing at me, and I was like, now I can't leave because the cat's here. Like, I just have, like, leaving problems and stop talking problems. I can't leave or stop talking. Yeah. It's morning. It's 2 a.m. It's about to rain, though. It's gonna rain soon. So if I stayed here much longer, I'd probably get rained on anyway. Alright, have some crickets in your life. Go outside and listen to crickets. That's my advice. Some nice, peaceful 2 a.m. crickets.